Good morning, everybody. Glad to have you here this wonderful Saturday morning, Easter weekend. And thank you for joining me here today. If you want to look with me, we're going to look at just one verse today. And going to probably not even be able to really pull a lesson out of it today, just kind of setting the stage. It works out well coming up here to Easter weekend, just to kind of put this verse out there, set the stage for the next scene, the next series of events that are going to happen in Paul's life. In verse 25, chapter 25, verse 1, says, "Now 3 days after Festus had arrived in the province, he went up to Jerusalem from Caesarea." Festus becomes the new governor of the region, and he decides to make a trip to Jerusalem, like any politician, I guess, trying to go ahead and drum up support and get people on his side. Felix had been a very hard governor, ruler on the Jews. He had treated them very, very harshly. And so the Jews weren't the biggest fans of Felix. And because of that, Felix had been removed from office, and now he's been replaced by the man Festus. And again, one of the things that the Romans despised was any kind of uprising. Didn't matter where it came from. If if Felix was the reason for the uprising, he had to go. If the Jews started, if they got too many of them together and started a problem, they had to go. Again, Rome was trying to expand. They were taking on new territory, and they didn't want to have to tie up their soldiers back, calming down territory they had already conquered. And so they just did not, they didn't put up with any kind of uprising of any type in their territories. And so Felix is removed and Festus is put into place. And so Festus immediately goes to Jerusalem, again, within 3 days of becoming the governor. He goes to Jerusalem in an attempt to kind of calm things down. He certainly would be aware of what happened to Festus. And just setting the scene for where we'll be going next week. In all likelihood, Festus probably does not know anything at all about the whole plan, everything that's been going on with Paul. He's probably walking in to this situation completely unaware of what's going on. But he is about to learn very quickly how conniving and how wicked the Jews can be. He probably knew that Paul was under arrest, that Felix had kept him under arrest, but he didn't know a lot of the details. Paul's been sitting in jail now for 2 years, and so he probably didn't really know much about what was going on, other than if he didn't know, he'd probably figured out that Felix was simply wanting a bribe. He was holding Paul, hoping somebody would bribe him, and still let Paul out. And so that's the setup for what's going on here. And so he's just simply trying to get off on the right foot with the Jews, and we'll learn next week how that goes, and how it plays out for Festus and Paul and the Jews. So join me next week as we continue this soap opera, if you will, of Paul's life. In the meantime, I hope you have a wonderful Easter as we celebrate the resurrection of our Savior. If you don't have a church home, you don't have a church family, and you'd like to celebrate Easter, we'd love to have you join us at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning at Poplar Grove Baptist Church. We're at 3476 Poplar Tent Road. Don't worry about wearing your Easter suit. You come in whatever you got. We'd love to have you, love to meet you. And if you can't come join us, find a church somewhere and celebrate the resurrection of Jesus Christ. Have a great weekend, great Easter. If you're going on vacation, spending time with your family, have a wonderful, wonderful Easter. Thank you again for joining us here. We'll see you here Monday morning. Have a great weekend.